Thanks, Naomi. We're here with Bill Martison from CBL Technologies, and we're going to talk about how to save your data. Thanks for coming.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Now, before we get into things, I just want to say that there is a website, right? And what's the address?
www.cbltech.ca.
Okay, we'll put that under your name. And now you're here because we talked about some really great stories that you were saying. But information, people backing up, you're here to talk about tips, tricks, because the people who have their home offices or really depend on technology at home sometimes depend too much on the technology, right?
That's correct. I think because it's been written to the computer, it's there forever. Our motto this year is IT happens, and it happens to the best of them. So you've got to be able to safeguard your business from downtime and loss. Right. And we have some tips to share.
Okay, so let's talk about a few of the tips right off the bat.
Well, the first thing is backup. You can never do too many backups. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Our services are rather expensive. We have very specialized labs around the world to do this very difficult work. It's more prudent to simply have a backup, a tape, a CD,
right.
And you're in business quickly.
But you were saying something about there's 13 backups that people need?
We recommend that, especially small home office, you need to do a month-end backup. All your business, not the games, the fun stuff, but the important stuff, and have that backed up for every month-end. And then the most important is the 13th backup, and that's your disaster response backup. If your computer was stolen, you'd be out of business.
Right.
The 13th backup isn't just your accounting or something.
It's the whole kit and caboodle.
Everything. Exactly.
So now I do that every few months, like the whole kit and caboodle, because I always think of the worst case scenario of it being stolen. I have a Mac, so I have very little problems with it kind of breaking down, but still, that's the worst nightmare that I could ever go through, because my life is that computer. Exactly. Now, what is it that CBL does as a company? Maybe we can talk a little bit about that.
Well, we have 11 labs in 9 countries. We're approaching 60 people in total, and we're there for when IT happens. We work with government, military, and every person, end users, students. We see the underbelly of technology when it fails people, and it's very emotive sometimes.
Right. So you're kind of the last place people go when all else fails, they've lost everything, their life is in a shambles. They come to you, in some cases paying big bucks to kind of get their stuff back, because information's power, it's key.
Yes, and sometimes it's really challenging. We have very specialized equipment, very proprietary tools and fixtures that we have to use, but most of the time it's common sense. We can be responsive, get someone back in business for a couple of $100, up to $3,000 or $4,000, say for a laptop.
Right.
But they're not all exotic.
Now tell us about that story that you were saying before the show.
Oh, we had an adventure just about a month ago where a casino company in Costa Rica, they were attacked by hackers. They had a bunker with 5 very serious servers inside. Right. The hackers broke in a feat unto itself, and when they were inside, they encrypted all 5 of these servers and held them for ransom.
Wow, that's like a new kind of terrorism, isn't it?
Yes, and there's a lot of hacker activity, a lot more than people think. You need to have firewalls on your equipment so that this can't happen to you. Mm-hmm. And we were lucky. They were losing about $75,000 profit a day.
Wow.
The part of the story was interesting, though, that they paid the ransom. And the hackers unencrypted the servers, and lo and behold, the hackers' activities had caused this massive database of all the Visa numbers to disappear.
So, and then they came to you?
Yes, yeah.
And you saved them?
Yeah, that's what we did.
That's right. So maybe we can just take a quick look at the website, because we're actually running out of time.
Sure.
But I just want people to see the website so they would see it. And so it's cbltech.ca.
Yes.
And if people need to get a hold of you, they can find information more about your company, press, and different systems, laptops, and what you recommend.
That's right. We have a virus center that'll guide people through times should virus strike.
Well, thank you so much for coming. It was really great to meet you.
Pleasure meeting you.
And, well, I'm sure we'll see you again. Okay. So now we're off to Naomi, because she was at Intel this week. So, Naomi. Watch on.